Hello, friends, neighbors, and pals. It's Tony, and we're back in Tony's Rhinestone Room, brought to you by the wonderful people at the Vegas Voice, the vegasvoice.net, and also by the wonderful people at TonyArias.com for all your Tony needs. My friends, as always, I always have somebody interesting, somebody who's an artist or in the artist business, and somebody who I find absolutely fascinating. I know that you will as well. This is a very dear friend of mine. His name is Mr. David Mauk, and I adore this man, not only for his genius, but his capabilities, his talent, and his gifts. So, David, thank you so much. Thank you for being here
I'm
today.
very honored to be here.
Oh my God! Please, please, it's wonderful.
And I love the beauty. The set is so wonderful.
Yes, well, the chandeliers. You just have to watch your head from the chandeliers. We have them hanging very, very low. You are like a lot of my friends, and I gravitate to.
Okay.
You're an incredible artist, and when I say artist, I don't mean just in the sense of musicianship, but because you play I don't know how many instruments and you sing, but you're also an incredible. You're incredible with technology. And you're into this whole new AI thing, which just terrifies me. And I know that it shouldn't, but it terrifies me. Maybe because I don't understand it. And most people probably don't either. But I've seen your AI work and all that. So it's just amazing to me. But first, let's talk about you as the musician.
Okay.
Because you came from the Midwest.
Yes.
Yeah, where?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, from around Akron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so northeastern Ohio.
Okay. And that's where the music started.
Yeah.
With you.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, I'm listening to my mom play the piano at night.
I didn't know your mother was a pianist.
Yes. She played for a while, and I would go to bed every night and hear the piano play for a couple hours as I was falling asleep and stuff, and then I can still play her songs now from ear, and because I just enjoy those songs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And she stopped playing her about 20 years ago or so.
Really? Yeah. Amazing. Now, do you read music?
I can, yeah. I started off reading music and stuff like that, but after I got into like rock bands and stuff, after into my 20s or whatever, I stopped reading music, and I understand it real well, but when I see it on the page, it's like I have to. Oh, that's these notes.
Right, right.
You can't do that when you're trying to play.
Right, right. Yeah. Who can read and play at the same time? That's just tough. The reason I asked that, and I didn't know that of you, because I've watched you play 100 times, but I never see music in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see like a sheet that has the songs on them, just a song list, but I never see music in front of you. And then you just go to town.
Yeah.
And it just amazes me. And I just love that. You were over at our house one time, and you said, do you mind singing the song for me? You were going to play. And I said, yeah, go ahead. And you said, what would you like to sing? And I went, well, I don't know. Let me find, get some sheets. You're like, no, just tell me the song. And I thought, how brilliant that you would just be able to just go to town and not need the music in front of you. That's something that comes naturally.
Well,
yes.
Well, it's something I had to learn over a period of time.
Okay.
I do remember being a teenager and trying to figure out a couple songs, and I was surprised that that's way harder than I thought. And especially even Beatles songs were very difficult as a teenager.
Yeah.
Now I understand them, but yeah, there was a point where I was like, I should know this. I should be able to just do this, and I had to learn everything.
Amazing. You play the piano. You play the guitar.
Yeah.
What else?
Play drums, can play bass, play all the brass instruments.
Do you really?
Yeah. When I'm in high school, I played a French horn in concert, and I marched a baritone. So I just
absolutely brilliant. And I say that brilliant, and I say that with animation because I'm self-taught at the piano. I admit that, and I took one piano lesson, and I went, well, this is stupid. If I can't play after one piano lesson, why should I be playing at all? And I remember the first piano lesson was all about row, row, row your boat, or something like that. Or Mary had a little lamb, and I went, that's not what I want to play.
Right.
So I self-taught myself to play the piano, but just one instrument to try and teach yourself, and then you've got 6 or 7 instruments under your belt.
The piano really gives you a head start on everything else, though.
That's a good point.
And I started it just before I turned 7. So, and I had no choice in the matter.
Yeah.
You're going to play the piano. And I was like, I am. And then it was, you're not getting up from the piano bench till you've practiced for half an hour. I don't care if you cry or not. And so and after a while, I just decided, I kind of like this, but it took a while because again, it was, like what you said, they give you these songs. And it's like, I don't like this music. I don't know what this means. And it's in a classical piece and we don't listen to classical.
Right.
So I don't like this, And then I got a book of Boogie Woogie about 2 years into my lessons, and I came back the next week and played the entire book for my teacher.
Wow!
And she's like, "Oh," because I got that. I was like, "Oh, I love this. This is fun."
Exactly.
And
that's motivation to me. If it's something I want to play or will enjoy, then I'll sit and practice it. Even when I'm learning a song. If I have to learn a song that I don't like, for somebody, God, it's a pain. It's just a pain. I went to see Dave just recently. A bunch of us went, about 6 or 8 of us went to see Dave perform. Who performs weekly at Harrah's in the Dueling Pianos lounge area. We saw him there with somebody. You were playing with another pianist, a lovely lady. But you are an incredible pianist on your own. But then to see you working with somebody else with the dueling pianos is absolutely incredible. So you got to get over to Harrah's and see Dave perform this magnificent lounge show with the dueling pianos. And I was really impressed. I mean, obviously I've seen you play and I've heard you play 100 times, but to see you in that atmosphere was really fun for me. And I was so impressed that you just went song after song after song and just went to town and you read the room. I mean, the place was packed. It was absolutely packed, but you knew exactly what they wanted to hear and you just went with it. And I was so impressed with it.
Thank you.
Now here you are playing a pianist playing whatever you want to play, but now you got to work with somebody else who's also playing the piano. And I don't understand how that works. How does that?
Well, it's called dueling pianos is what they call the thing we're doing, and we'll take turns and so if it's my turn first, I will play the piano and I will sing the song, and my partner will, on their electronic piano, they'll hit a button and turn their piano keyboard into drums. So one note will be the kick drum, one note will be the snare drum, one note will be the toms, and then they will play drums along with the other piano player. So you'll hear drums and the piano, and it more sounds like a band.
Okay.
And then when we switch, then my partner will put on the piano and I will put on the drums, and then I will play along with them.
That makes sense, because I kept thinking you guys were playing to a track. I heard the drums. I went, they're playing to a track. So somebody's hitting the play button and you guys are playing. And then I thought, well, no, one of them's playing the melody, right? And then the other pianist is playing the accompaniment, just, chords to back them up and but I wasn't exactly sure how it was working, but that makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense. But it was absolutely brilliant to watch the two of you work together and to watch you work alone. And we had such a great time. And again, you had that audience, and I'm telling you, the place was packed, and we had a great time, and you knew all the songs. And I think that's the fun of it, is if you're playing something that people are not terribly familiar with, then it just becomes ambient music.
Right. And they'll tune you out.
And they'll tune you out and just kind of have their own little social gathering.
Yep.
But you guys made it a show, you made it a party, you made it fun. And we knew all the songs. We all sang along, and you were asking for requests left and right.
Yep.
It was absolutely brilliant. And it was a whole nother side of you that I never experienced before.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did. So it's at Harrah's.
Yes, the piano bar at Harrah's.
The piano bar at Harrah's, but you don't have a set schedule, but you're there about 3 times a week.
Yeah, usually on the week, usually weekends, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, right, fantastic. Now, if you don't know this, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Mauk is the second half or the other half. I shouldn't say second half, but that would imply there's a first and a second. But I mean, you're the other half of the Headstrong Butterfly.
Yes.
And we had Brenda on the show not too long ago, and we were talking about her background and how she can go from opera to pop to musical theater. I mean, that just amazes me. And then to watch you be able to jump to do what you do, it's no wonder the two of you are an incredible powerhouse. And the two of you do a fantastic evening at the Bent Hotel Resort downtown. It's fairly new.
Yes.
Look at it, BENT. I think it's called thebent.com or something.
The Bent Inn.
The Bent Inn. That's it. Bentinn.com. Go to them and see them. You guys, they play there practically every Friday night.
Yes, 4 to 7 happy hours.
Okay, Friday,
Yes.
right? And it's fantastic. And their playlist is the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and a little bit of today. But it's a unique playlist.
Yep.
And it's a playlist that everybody knows. That everybody goes, oh God, I missed this song, or I love this song, or I forgot about this song, or so it's really a lot of fun. But then right after that, a lot of times you'll head right to Harrah's and then go do the
play 3 hours over there.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How do you keep up with it?
I know other musicians that don't, but I don't know. It's all I do. I should,
Yeah.
It's not like working for a real job for a living,
That's what we love about this business, though. Yeah. Isn't it true? I mean, somebody says, well, if you had a real job, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I couldn't work a 9 to 5.
No.
I just couldn't. There would be no reason for me to be on this planet.
Yeah.
Absolutely no reason for me to be on this planet working 9 to 5. You're an inspiration to me when I see you play and I hear you play. And by the way, you were singing songs like Journey and Open Arms in the original key, and he's sitting there playing and he's singing. I mean, you just sit there and go, wow, how are you doing this?
Well, part of it was that Brenda taught me how to sing.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't start singing until I was like 28, 29. And then Brenda's like, well, here's how you do it. And
that's amazing.
And then I was able to get the job in doing pianos not long after that. And they were like, oh, it's more of a singing gig than they.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, that's fantastic. And also, a lot of people don't know this about you, and I just recently found out, you're also, you write original music. And you're working on a musical, and that's fascinating. I know you don't want to give up too much of that because it's not out publicly yet.
I'm not worried about that.
But your original stuff, I want to hear more of it. I really do, because it's really it's fascinating, and the stories that come with it is just as fascinating. So it's absolutely brilliant. How do they find out where you're playing next?
Headstrong Butterflies is on Twitter, and we're on Facebook, and we have videos on YouTube.
Yeah, they're great videos, by the way. Yeah, check them out. Yeah, that's when you do all that AI stuff, but I think it's brilliant.
And camera work. And
so creative.
Yeah, so it's creative.
Fantastic. My friends, this is Mr. David Mauk, and he's the other half of the Headstrong Butterflies. He's an amazing talent. Go and see him, the dueling pianos at Harrah's Piano Bar. You can also see him at Bent Inn downtown on Friday nights, 4 to 7. He's an incredible talent, and I'm honored to call him my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
being on. I really appreciate it. My friends, until next time, and Tony's Rhinestone Room, from the wonderful people here at thevegasvoice.net. I will see you next time. Remember to go to TonyArias.com and sign up for your bi-monthly newsletter. It's a Tony newsletter bi-monthly. So go to TonyArias.com and sign up for that. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.